there. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about our custom PUL printing. We run custom PUL prints every month. The minimum per yard for yardage on a custom PUL print is 2 yards. You send us a design, we can print a minimum of 2 yards for you. There is no maximum yards. The yardage is unlimited. But I wanted just to go over a little bit how the system works and what's required. So I grabbed a block of what we call strikes. So what happens typically in our custom PUL print? Our custom PUL printing is all done here in the United States. The printing is done here. It's done here prior to lamination, and that's key in the PUL industry. You want your PUL to be your fabric to be printed, and then your fabric to be laminated. If they laminate first and then print, it tends to make your PUL break down, and if your PUL breaks down, it tends to delaminate and you'll have issues with your lamination. We learned this through trial and error. So for instance, today I'm going to show you this is a print we ran. A lot of times we run it, if we run a print, we'll run it on PUL and we'll run it on our natural fibers as well. But today I just wanted to talk about the PUL. So we decided we were going to print surfboards. So what I do is I pick a print, and this would be what you would do as well. You pick your print and you get it scaled to the size you want it to be. A lot of times when you buy a print on Etsy or on any of the other sites online, you'll get the print and the scale will be way too big. Like this might be a 2-inch surfboard. But when I originally opened the file, that might have been a 6-inch surfboard. 6-inch surfboards would have been way too big to put on a baby diaper. So we go ahead and we scale that down and we send it off to the printer, and the printer prepares that for PUL printing, or for, you know, the polyester interlock print. They print me off a square and they send it out to me. And you can see we've done several. When you do a print, you want it to be 300 DPI and you want it to be a continuous print. And what we mean by continuous print is, and I'll be able to show you here, this is an easy one. You can see this heart is only half here. And then the other half of that heart picks up on this side right here, so that this could print continuously for as far as you want it to go on the width, and the same holds true for top and bottom. Here, the bottom of this heart has to meet up with this heart here, so that they'll keep going and they'll print forever. You'll have continuous printing. If you don't, you'll end up with squares, and it'll look funny on your print, unless that's what you're looking for. So you want a print that's 300 DPI, and you want it to be a continuous print. There's no limit to really what we can print. We don't print anything that's copyrighted. We don't print anything, you know, that belongs to a business or a logo. Any designs that are not ours, that are not for public use, we won't print. I know a lot of companies do, and that's a prerogative everyone has. There's an eggs and bacon that was cute. So we send them off. They send us a strike if we choose. There's an extra fee for strikes. Man, there's FedEx charges just right off the bat. So they send it back. I say, oh yeah, that's perfect. And then we take however many yards we want to buy, we buy. They print it, and then once it's printed, it goes off to the laminator. Here's a good example. I thought these maybe were a little large, so we had to trim these down. These guys were too big, so we made them smaller. So then once it comes back, we have, I think this one is even in this one was in our pile here, I think. You have a product that's been laminated. It's got the lamination on the back. You can kind of see it. And it's got the print on the front. This is all done here in the United States. It's the very best laminator that there is in the industry. Here you can see where we made these guys smaller. Here's the purple guy here, and here's what happened when you bought the file. You can see this guy, well, the rocket ship is quite large, and here's, we shrunk it down. So it gives you a good indication of scaling. So we can do, like I said, a minimum of 2 yards, all the way up to, you know, every month we print 200-300 yards for different manufacturers. Just depends on what their needs are for their specific prints. We can print 2 prints, we can print 25 prints, whatever the customer needs. Timeline, it usually takes maybe 10 days to get the fabric printed. Takes 3 or 4 days to go by semi to the laminator. It takes about 2 weeks to be in the queue at the laminator. And then it takes, trucking is sometimes slow to get to us. It takes probably 7 to 10 days to get to us from the laminator. So you're looking at maybe 2 months by the time we submit a print to the time we get the finished product back. So the key points to take away: we want 300 DPI. We need seamless repeats. It's great if you can get the color and the sizing the way you like it before you send us. So if you want your little moon to be 2 inches, we need to know that you want your moon 2 inches so that we can all be on the same page. It's best to share your designs through a file sharing system like Dropbox or Google Drive or something like that. If you email us designs, a lot of times the sizing will be shrunk down, and so we don't recommend emailing. It tends to cause a little havoc sometimes. If you have any questions or you have any concerns or you're interested in printing, you can shoot us an email. Our email's right on the website. Our phone number's on the website. You can text us. We're always open to texting. You can find us on the social media, Facebook and Instagram. If you have any questions, let us know. Thanks.